So Dokkan's going crazy, and they've already revealed the Part 2 LRs, which, as you can see on your screen, is going to be a Dokkan Fest. This is the Dokkan Fest, Vegeta and Goku. So that's kind of what we predicted, that they would just flip-flop it, that the heroes the next time would be the Dokkan Fest. And the villain, of course, if you haven't seen it, it was probably in the thumbnail, you've probably seen it by now. We've actually got a new meta cooler. Now, my hope and praying on this unit is that they actually give him some sort of new revival mechanic where he can revive multiple times. Now, eventually, I'm sure there's going to be some sort of like end sequence to that, but I think it'd be really cool to really give us that effect of him just being able to die and come back, die and come back, die and come back. So anyways, let me know down below what you think these guys' kits are going to be, and actually, very interesting enough, what typings do you think they're going to be? Because we don't know their typings just yet, unless I've missed somewhere. Let me know down below what you think they're going to be. Now, here's the thing. The JP Twitter account, by the way, they also gave us like just a smidge, just like the smallest of a taste of animations. But the JP Twitter account actually tweeted out a 9-minute video with way more info. Why do they keep doing this? I don't know, but a massive shout out to Garesh for translating it for us. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look over there at that to get everything going on. I do just want to say, hit that like button and subscribe, because over 40% of you watching don't sub. Here we go. Let's take a look at what they got to talk about today. So first up, he's of course telling us that the actual theme itself, the Metacooler movie. So we all knew that. They said, if you know part 1, you know part 2. We already knew that going in. So next up, again, there's so much different stuff that they tell us about. So first up, we have this. This is actually essentially telling us new stages will be added to the story event Fight Battle for the Strongest in the Universe, where you will be able to experience the fight against Metacooler. I really don't know why they don't want to translate this over to us. This is an important one for me specifically, because I've never taken the time to farm up all of these. It's one of the few free-to-play units that I've never actually done. You'll be able to Dokkan Awaken the free S-tier Metacooler, as well as the 5 free Metacooler units of each typing through medals obtained via the new stages of this event. So that's all their new arts and stuff like that. I think it's actually gonna be really cool. like I think, especially if the Dokkan Awakens are even semi-decent, dude, I just love this Metacooler movie. All right, I absolutely love the Metacooler movie. An entire section of a celebration themed around it is just way too freaking cool. So yes, we are going to be able to Dokkan Awaken all these units, and even more importantly than that, the drop chance of the 5 free Metacooler units from the story event Fight 10 billion power will be increased. Listen, sometimes procrastination pays off, okay? So I hadn't done it yet, and now the drop chance is actually better. So whenever y'all are getting mad at me for not like farming up certain units or doing this or doing that, it paid off in the end, because the drop chance is actually higher. So then, right, what we got here is new stages will be added to the challenge event Fighting Spirit of the Saiyans and Pride of the Wicked Bloodline, where you'll be able to fight against Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta from the Metacooler movie, as well as a stage where you will engage in a series of battles against Metacooler. The fight against Metacooler is a gimmick fight consisting of 10 rounds. Dude, that actually sounds pretty freaking dude, I'm telling y'all, dude, my idea of letting Metacooler revive multiple times, it sounds cool, okay? It sounds very realistic. And then eventually have it be to where you, like, after so many revivals, like obviously it can't be infinite, and then after so many revivals, you end up in the Big Yeti Star, and you're like the big one. I don't know, dude, that sounds cool to me. So this may be the most exciting one so far from, well, they're all pretty exciting, but this is a new limit event called Frantic Effort, the Imminent Legion, that you will be able to challenge 3 times within a 7-day period that is designed to help level up links. This event will be more effective than the Guru event in terms of helping you level up links. You will also be able to obtain Hercule statues through defeating the Metacoolers in this event, which we all know we need Zenny, because constant EZAs, constant all the things. Or at least I'm all, dude, Dano, why are you still on Zenny? Bro, because I'm over here trying to EZA like 100 units that I missed, okay? Shut up. That's why I'm low on them. Anyways, new link level event, so that's what's up. This right here is a new challenge event called The Danger on New Namek. Break through the impenetrable armor, where robot soldiers will appear and you will receive rewards based on how many you are able to defeat. That sounds really cool, dude. Like, man, I feel like they're really knocking, like, so far everything I've seen of part 2, they're just really knocking out. So this right here, pretty explanatory itself, but 2 new stages will be added to the challenge event, the Ultimate Red Zone Wicked Bloodline Edition. As you can see there, it's going to be what appears to be probably like a King Cold and maybe Mecha Frieza, and then also a Meta Cooler stage. This one is maybe one of the more important informations here. So not new information, but the producer does note that the Cell Max event is the hardest event. So this is straight from the producer. Those who argue that's not the hardest, the producer's saying it as well. This is the hardest event in the game, and it was specifically designed that way in order to capture the same feeling of despair from Dragon Ball Super Superhero, where Cell Max is unleashed. Now, he actually goes on to talk about this event for a minute, and I thought instead of me just like reading it to you constantly, let's go over here. Let's actually take a look directly at Garesh's tweet and translation. So here we go. So, as part of the version Z update, their current goal in developing difficult content is not to have certain units dominate every difficult event, but rather to create an environment where you can utilize certain character strengths in one event and other character strengths in others. They understand that there may be situations where you want to use a character, but they may not make the cut in certain content. They are currently working on more difficult events where other characters that might not have seen a lot of time to shine could potentially become more useful. More info on this to come in the future. So essentially what he's saying is that obviously they're very aware of the fact that certain units are better in certain events, and on top of that, and I saw this somewhere else, they're probably just trying to restructure the way they do difficult content so that it actually makes sense to be able to use more characters, and we're not just looking at like essentially a pool of 10 to 15 characters that are the go-tos for every single event. That's basically what he's saying there. That way it's like not always just like on JP a Trunks of Vegeta team or this or that. Like you actually have some variety of things, and that sounds absolutely great. So next up here, we actually have him telling us that the free Gohan, the free Cooler, and the free other Cooler are all going to Extreme Z Awaken from this Extreme Z battle. I feel like we already knew that, and if we didn't know that, it was super obvious because they're very habitual in how they do these things. So there you go, a new easy battle for these free-to-play characters. The thing that I always hate that they do this is that the easy now instead of later, and so essentially they're like at their peak now. Unless they ever introduce some sort of thing where they reawaken easy aid units. This is cool for now, but these units are now literally at their peak and are as good as they're ever going to be. There's nothing to look forward to in the future. These units right here are also easying. If you haven't seen this yet, you probably have. Truth has a really good video to break down it, so go over there, check out Truth. But all three of these units are going to easy A, so if you're looking to see what they do, Truth again has a massively good breakdown over there on his channel. And then last but not least, well, if you can read Japanese, then more power to you. There you go, there they all are. But last but not least, they go ahead and reveal the two LRs, and they actually, this is specifically where they do reveal it. Global still didn't even tell us that either, by the way, but they reveal it right here that Goku Vegeta are the Dokkan Fest and Cooler is the Carnival. So let me know which one you're going to be going for. What do you think the typings are? Hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.